Welcome everybody to the freestyle coverage from the World Finals. Darren Basil is on the track right now. You see him flying over those blue cars. Didn't quite make the racing field. The officials felt bad, said, you know what, we're going to at least give him a shot out here in freestyle. This is just a little bit of clip of his run, a little highlight if you will. Basil had a decent run to start everybody off. Woke the crowd up a little bit before they get into the actual show. The show's going to begin with Dan Evans and Destroyer, the first competitor out here. Big air to start off over those green cars as he comes flying out of Thunder Alley, down the freestyle alley, I'm going to call it. Spins the truck around, going to go right for that center jump. Evans gets some big air. He's going to nose it into the ground. Nice little slap wheelie out of it. Destroyer turning around. I don't know what exactly he's going to go for next. Looks like it's going to be the big semi. Nice sky wheelie up and over it. Lands it down hard into another little slap wheelie. Dan Evans has got a good run going up and over that tanker. Massive air hang time over that tanker right there. Spins it around, going back to the center jump. Gets a lot of air off of it. Landing nice and smooth right there. Turning the truck around. I don't know what he could be going for. Looks like maybe a donut. No, he's going to go to those green cars down at the end. Going for the triple maybe? No. Going to back away from that. Cross threads up and over the backside of that hill. Hard landing up and over goes Dan Evans. Hard rollover for Evans. 4 judges in the freestyle for the World Finals tonight. Evans, though, after that nice big air and that slap wheelie, will end up scoring a 24. Out second in freestyle, the son of the icon, Adam Anderson, comes out in 106.7, the Fox. Qualified in on time. Adam Anderson hits those green cars right there and gets a nice, decent amount of air off of there. Figured he might go for a slap wheelie, but he decided against it. Turning the truck around, going to go for the tanker stack. Nice air from Adam off the tanker. Lands hard right there on the side. Goes for the stack that bit him in racing whenever he was trying to beat men's, and it looks like it's going to bite him in freestyle here. Tough break for Adam Anderson. Well, he had to fight, scratch, and claw his way to get into the Vegas field on time. Not going to be a very good freestyle for Adam, though, as he's only going to score a 13. Here comes Mark Hall and the Executioner out on the floor, who was up until Steve Kohler won the racing portion of tonight's show. The guy that had the upset of the night as he beat the series' most recent racing winner to that point, Michigan Ice Monster. Right now, Mark Hall backing up all the way to the wall. How convenient he backs up towards the Air Force sign, because I think he's going towards some big air. Launches the truck, lands it hard on the nose into a slap wheelie. Mark Hall coming out with a statement right there with a lot of air. Just clips that Ford truck banner and the Retro Executioner machine. Goes towards the green stack of doom, and he gets it done very nicely with a sky wheelie up and over it. What's he going to go for next? Looks like he could be going to the center jump again. No, it looks like he's going to go for the big rail car that we got right here, and he clears it with ease right there. Mark Hall, Executioner, maybe needing to pick the momentum up here a little bit. I don't know. Oh, just as I say that, though, he floors it into those blue cars right there. Nice launch for Mark Hall and the Executioner. Turns around, goes for the triple. Huge air. Is he going to clear it? No, but man, that was spectacular. Mark Hall, Executioner, is putting on a freestyle clinic right now that could take the lead at the World Finals. Big air off the backside of that semi. That's the highest he's ever been right there. Cross threads it over all those obstacles. Looks like he's going to turn it around here. No, up on 2 wheels. Flips it over right at the spot he began in. Mark Hall with that leap right there is going to score a 28 and take the lead in the World Finals freestyle. Third truck out, and a lot of trucks are going to have a hard time beating that. Jimmy Cretin qualified into the field for Vegas this year, looking to finally get that elusive World Championship. Couldn't do it in racing. Now he's trying for it in freestyle. Last time he held the gold in freestyle was 2005, and he's looking to bring it to everyone here tonight and try and take it out in 2010. Cretin turning around. I don't know what exactly he's going to go for. Going to go for the green cars right there. Oh, stuffed it into him. Going for a cross thread right here. It looks like. I don't think it's going to benefit him though, and Cretin's going to roll over backwards. Looks like it's going to be a score of 12 for the Bounty Hunter. Steve Kohler's going to come out big, no doubt, in freestyle. Just one racing comes out, and he's going to be the first guy to clear the triple. easily clearing that triple from the backside too. Steve Kohler, General Tire, coming out big. He's going to go right to the center jump too. Hits the two biggest jumps on the floor in his first time around the track. Nicely done for Steve Kohler. Only guy here that can win the double down. Goes for the big semi-stack. Oh my, hard landing on the rear end for Steve Kohler. Comes out of it nicely, crawling up onto the top of those blue cars. Steve Kohler's got a good run going here that might be able to take the lead. Oh, what a save! Oh, what not a save. Tough break right there. Steve Kohler and General Tire is over. Well, due to that early rollover, even though he was the first guy to clear the triple, Steve Kohler's not going to double down tonight, though. He should be proud of that racing win, though. Steve Kohler scores a 21 in the General Tire. Well, speaking of Steve Kohler, this was the guy he was supposed to have raced in round number 1. Guy Wood and Tropical Thunder. Transmission problems kept him out of the first round of racing, but he comes out big and freestyle backsiding the center's hill. Turns that truck around. What's he going to go for? It looks like the lightning blue car stack right there. Nice air up and over it for Guy Wood and Tropical Thunder. What's Guy got planned for us here? Is he going to go for the triple? Yes, he is. Off to the side a little bit, though. Didn't try to clear it. Gets a nice bit of air off of it, though. Wood's got a good one going here as he spins it into a donut. Turns the truck around. Looks like he could go for the triple again here. Is he going to try and clear the triple? No, he's going to go to try cross thread here. Guy Wood cross threads the center stack. Very nicely done. Oh my, trying to get a good wheel stand over the cars, but it's going to catch him and roll him over. Tough break for Guy. Guy Wood will score a 25 in freestyle after a disappointing showing in Vegas. You know he's going to want to come back next year and put on a big show for the crowd out here. Here comes Chris Ryan, Michigan Ice Monster. One of the guys that was kind of upset after getting knocked out in round number 1. Ice Monster comes out strong over the blue lightning stack that we got sitting over there next to the camper. Chris Ryan is going to look to put on a show, ladies and gentlemen, as he goes right for the triple. Big air off of it. He'll be the first to clear it the right way, and he did it with a giant wheel stand over it. Chris Ryan just nailed that thing. Ryan, he told me he was going to go out here and go for some big air, and right now that explains it. Huge air right there for Chris Ryan over the top of that tanker as he turns the truck around. And is he going to go for that rail car? Yes, he is, and just launches it over it. Chris Ryan's got a big air assault going on right now in the Ice Monster. More huge air off the backside of that semi. Lands it hard. Chris Ryan is putting on a freestyle clinic right now. Going for the center jump. Clears it beautifully. Trying to combo it up. Doesn't quite get over far enough to combo it onto that semi-stack. Nails those green cars right there. Is he going to go for the backside of the triple? You bet he is. Just launching it beautifully goes Chris Ryan over that hill. Turns the truck around. Going to go for the blue car stack right there. Gets a lot of air off of them. This is just a big air assault. He's trying to jump the truck to Michigan, I think. He told me backstage he was going to try and do a kickflip, and I said, what are you going to do? Try and do something like that right there? Oh, my. That's as close to a kickflip as you're going to get in a monster truck. Stuffs it into the bus right there, and I think that's it for the Ice Monster. He is the new leader with a 35-point score, and this little kickflip right here, I'm going to call it. Michigan Ice Monster takes the lead in Las Vegas on a big air assault. Let's see what the original monster truck has in store for us. Dan Runte and Bigfoot comes out and hits the green cars very nicely up and over the first two buses in the triple. Sky wheelies it over the last one. Runte and Bigfoot coming out big. Trying to show the judges a little bit of uniqueness right there, but it's a little hard to do when we've seen guys go out there and just blast that triple. Turns Bigfoot around, looks like he's going to go for the green stack of doom and just floors it into it. Not very good of a hit right there for Runte, and Bigfoot actually messed up the back of the body. I don't know if you can see it, but it's flapping in the air as he gets a lot of air off the back side of that center hill. Goes for the tanker, and Bigfoot's got bodies flapping. Sky wheelies, slap wheelies, and oh, he's going to flip it over right there. Bigfoot is only going to score a 24. Here comes Chris Bergeron and Brutus out onto the floor. Brutus already up on 2 wheels. Bergeron said he was amped up before he even got a chance to come out here onto the floor. Goes right into a donut, and Bergeron's known for these. He'll burn that truck right into the ground doing donuts. Going for the center stack now is Chris Bergeron, and Brutus noses it into the ground, goes for a slap wheelie. Nicely done for the big dog. And he ain't no mutt, ladies and gentlemen, trust me. Brutus goes to the backside of the semi. He's going to nose it into the ground hard. Nosed it in hard right there, and Brutus saves it. Surprised he didn't break a tie rod right there with as hard as he nosed it into the ground. It did mess with the back of the body, though, on the Brutus or whatever the heck you want to call it. I was trying to call it a Chevy, and then I tried to call it a Ford. Now I'm just saying he's going to try and clear the triple. Nosed it into the triple hard. Brutus floors it off to the backside of that bus, and he is over. Brutus is only going to score a 22, but man, that was a wild finish. We've still got Avenger, Blacksmith, Nightmare, Excalibur, Shock Therapy, Maximum Destruction, and Gravedigger to go. Stay tuned for part 2 of Freestyle.